Top 5 Rebel website.com. You already know what's going on. Today, PARAMORE. This is why. We jumping right into it. Track 1, title track. This is why. Shout out to Hayley Williams. You know, I'm more of a Best Coast type of guy. You know, shout out Bethany Constantino. Shout out Waves. But, you know, we do respect the Hayley Williams. We do respect PARAMORE. It's real musical though, like a little funk influence. This is a little different. It's different. Hayley come in with the falsetto. Let's get it. These drums is crazy. You know, I gotta say, this drummer going crazy. Zach Farrell on the drums. I got more comments I want to make, but I'm going to let the track ride out. I'm going to let it play. This is different than what I expected so far. It's the bridge. Says, say the coast is clear, but you won't catch me out. They don't go outside, apparently. Okay. So I don't know what I was expecting. You know, whenever I think PARAMORE, I think obviously, you know, Crush, the Riot album. But this is a lot more like funk influence. I was going to say that the drums remind me a lot of what's sampled in hip hop. Like a lot of the times that James Brown song, The Funky Drummer, is like the most sampled song in hip hop ever. It was giving those drums, those Zach Farrell drums, it was giving me, you know, funky drummer type deal. But, you know, look, I'm going to also pull up the lyrics as I react to this. If y'all watch my Rage Against the Machine reactions, you know, it's just easier for me to read the lyrics. Which is strange, because in rap music, there's more lyrics in rap, but I don't need to read the lyrics. I can just digest everything as it's being said. But in rock, I think because of the music and all the different stuff going on, I have to a lot of the times pull up the lyrics to see what's going on. So anywho, let's go straight into track number 2, The News. And I feel that because, you know, I don't really be watching. I can't say I don't watch the news because I'm always up to date on what's going on, like politically, economically. But like a lot of this stuff, I won't pay too much attention to. I'll see it, but then I'm not like going down this rabbit hole. You know, my mental health is way more important. So she basically saying the news is programming you. She says, you know, every second our collective heartbreaks. So like the news, whatever it says, it can make us feel a certain type of way. All together, every single head shakes. Like she's saying it's controlling you. Facts. Facts. But she's saying, I'm far from the front line. The facts. I'm not on the front line of these, bruh. Fuck that. Quite the opposite. I'm safe inside. I feel that, you know, we at home with the air conditioning, you know, all that, cold beverages, all that. But I worry and I give my money. I feel useless behind the computer. So she wants to be like an activist, but she just donates, but she still feels useless. Conflicting thoughts. So she's like, I'm gonna just turn off the news altogether so I don't feel any type of way. Okay, so I like that bridge. You know, she's saying the news. She's describing the news right here. The news is exploitative, performative, informative. It's all of that. And then some. We don't know half of it. So I like that song. That might end up being one of my favorite songs. You know, we go ahead. How do I like Untitled? How do I do this? I know how to. Oh, here it is. Boom, we put a heart next to that one. Track number 3, Running Out of Time. This is something that's been sampled in hip hop too, I feel like. What is this instrument? I've heard this.
Said I was gonna take some flowers to my neighbor, but I ran out of time. Didn't wanna show up to the party empty-handed, but I ran out of time. Said I walked the dog a little further than the driveway tonight. Extra mile. Got us in the car with my condolences, but damn, I just ran out of time.
This is like Afro Man because I got high. I was gonna take some flowers to my neighbor, but then I got high. Didn't want to show up empty-handed, but then I got high.
Intentions only get you so far. What if I'm just a selfish prick? No regard. I'm always running out of time. I'm always running out of time. Never mind, I hit the snooze on my alarm 20 times. I was just so tired. There was traffic, spilled my coffee, crashed my car, otherwise would have been here on time. Should've, could've, wouldn't matter, ultimate alibi. You know it's a lie.
Be there in 5 hyperbolically. Hyperbole is like an exaggeration. And you know, people do be doing that too. I'll be there in 5 or I just left the house. Like, bro, you say you just left the house. Realistically, you're not gonna leave the house until 10 minutes, but you're telling me you just left the house. Like, bro, stop lying.
Intentions only get you so
So she's a procrastinator. She procrastinated. I like that chorus. Nice chorus. And while we have this lull in lyrics, we have like this little calm in the song, I'm looking at the Paramore band. You know, I'm not a Paramore expert. Guitarist Taylor York. I like Taylor York on this song. I like the guitar. Drummer Zach Farrell. But where are the rest of these instruments coming from? There's like a lot that's happening musically that doesn't sound like what's on their other albums. So I'm wondering who else contributed like the musical part of this album. Just for decoration. Mine too. Okay, so I like that song. This album, you know, we about to be 4 songs in. A lot more listenable than what I expected. I expected this to be, again, I think Paramore, I think Crush, I think the Riot album. What do they classify this as genre-wise? Post-punk, art punk, I want to call this art punk, alternative dance punk. Yeah, this has like more dance. And what is Riot? What do they call it? Emo pop, yeah, power pop, yeah. These are like different genres, like subgenres, but it's all good though. I'm just saying, I'm just surprised by that. You know, it's different than what I thought it would be. Track number 4, C'est comme ça. So what is that in French? C'est comme ça. Is that like this is here or something like that? Let me see. C'est comme ça. Translation. This is here or something like. Oh, it's like that. Yeah, I was off. Let's get it. Just give me like early 2000s rock, Maroon 5 type deal, you know?
At age 100, my social life, a chiropractic appointment. it still long enough to listen to yourself, or maybe just long enough for you to atrophy to hell?
Oh, my social life, a chiropractic appointment. She basically saying like, yo, that's the most social that I'm getting in an average day. Is gonna be like a chiropractic appointment, you know, and that's like the only time I'm talking to folks. I kind of relate to her. Shout out Haley Williams, you know, I kind of relate to this.
I'm off caffeine on doctor's orders. Said it was gonna help to level out my hormones. Lucky for me, I run on spite and sweet revenge. It's my dependence on the friction that really hinders my progression. I know that regression is rarely rewarded. I still need a certain degree of disorder.
And you know what this song, for me, and if you're a huge Paramore fan, like, don't hate me for this, but this could be like a Lady Gaga song, for real, for real. This gives me like 2000s vibes, you know what I mean? Is that it? Okay, I like this so far. I gotta disagree with Haley Williams for the first time on this album. She's saying a lot of stuff that hits for me, but not this bar right here. I hate to admit getting better is boring. Getting better is exciting. It's like, it's exciting. Whether you're getting better at something at your job, whether you're getting better in the gym, you're, you know, lifting more, like you're doing weights that you never thought you would do before. It's exciting. And it makes you want to do, makes me want to do more and chase it even more. But another good song, I think if I had to guess what was a single, C'est Comme Ça is definitely a single. Let me see if they had singles for this album. Number 3, yeah. So that's probably the most accessible song so far, but they're all very accessible. Track number 5, Big Man, Little Dignity. There's about to be some feminist vibes on this track. And sonically, this is different than the rest. This is like more slow, more subdued. The other were upbeat, slower BPM.
It's like I'm glued to the sheer sight of you, and you're so smooth. It's pitiful.
Hater.
No, you can get away with anything, so that's exactly what you do.
So to me, this song sounds like she's mad at herself for liking this guy, whatever she's describing, because she keeps describing him. She's describing him in like a favorable way, like, oh, he's so smooth. I'm glued to the side of you. I keep staring at you. This line, no, you can get away with anything, so that's what you do. To me, like, she's like projecting, like, yo, she's like, yo, I'll let this dude do anything to me, and I'll let him do it, you know what I mean? But if he goes too far, that's his fault, not mine. It sounds like she's mad at herself for liking this guy she's describing. So she's just throwing insults at him. Shout to feminism, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like some piano in here. Who is that? I mean, let's give the credit to the other musicians too. Let me see. Oh, that's Haley Williams on the piano right here. Okay. Shout out to Haley Williams, man. Vibes. Keep thinking. What song is that from? Someone said that in a song, or they use that same vocal inflection. See, look. I kind of missed that part because I was looking at the credits. She confirms what I said earlier. She's mad at herself for liking this guy. So she's just lashing out at the guy for no reason. She says, "I can't look away. You're a movie that I love to hate. Like, I fantasize your demise." Yeah, hater. She's a hater. I should look away. I know you're never gonna change. So she's like, yeah, she's confirming it. Like, come on, bro. I already know these types of women, bro. Like, don't be mad at me, cause like, guess what you like? You like the toxic, okay? Why am I a bad person? You're the bad person. You like the toxicity. I'm just being who I am. See, I think we got the gist of that song. Yeah, Haley Williams, read you like a book. You know what I mean? So let's go back. Okay, here we are. So we're halfway through. We got 5 more songs. Track number 6, You First. Taylor York on the guitar. Okay. Okay, these lyrics are a little more vague. Let me try to break it down. Living well is not my kind of revenge. Living well is just a privilege. So is this kind of like when people say success is the best revenge? She's like, nah, it's not. It's just a privilege. I don't know. Let me keep going. So sonically, musically, this is what I expected from the album. Like guitar, like the the drums. Like this is more what I expect rather than the first 4 songs. I'm not saying the first 4 songs was bad. I'm just saying what I expected. animal. You know, shout out to the cats in my apartment complex. I feed them all. Shout out to the cats. Come get some Vienna sausages. You know what it is. Guitar, get it, get it.
Never said I wasn't petty. Never said I wasn't petty. Never said I wasn't petty. Can bet I don't regret it for a second. It's a pleasure to regret it. Never said I wasn't petty. I'll do better when you're better. Let me revel in your defeat.
Okay, so the last two songs, Hayley Williams, she giving off some hater vibes. I'll do better when you're better. Let me revel in your defeat. That's hater shit, you know what I mean? But shout out to Hayley Williams, though. We still fuck with you. Track number 7, Figure 8. No more hater shit, man. I was rocking with you at first, but now that, you know, this hater shit got me like. What instrument is that?
Drink me dry, down to the last drop. Pearls before the swap.
Glockenspiel. Is that what it is? What is a Glockenspiel? It sounds like a gun. Glock. Oh. Glockenspiel. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. A percussion instrument. Similar to the vibraphone. Okay.
I know flowers die, top the last good vein, don't know how to shut it off. Yeah, once you get me going, I don't know how to stop. Once you set me going, I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to. All for your sake, but keep the very thing that I lost my way. Spinning in this figure.
That's an interesting way to say like you're just doing 360s. People use that term often, like, oh, I changed my diet and my whole life did a 360. No, what you mean is 180, because 360 means you're back where you started. But she's saying that like, if you're spinning in an endless 360, that means you're just going around and around and around, like no same shit, no results. So it's an interesting way she says it, endless figure 8, because in the figure 8 you're still like going in the same direction, like it's the same shit over and over. Longer path in the 360, same result, you're back where you started. I never heard anyone say something like that.
I won't miss the feeling. My flimsy spine, unsuspicious mind. I was only being kind, but you missed me for a week. And once again, going. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to. All for your sake. But keep the
So I don't know if y'all noticed, she kind of rhymed. She did like this little 4-bar quartet, I mean, whatever it's called. Candlelight, candlelight, but then she rhymes. The next quartet she does, she rhymes everything that she did in the first quartet. Candlelight, candlelight, how could I, that rhymes. Broad till daylight, made of thin ice, rhymes. Candlelight, candlelight, how could I. It's a slant rhyme. It's a stretch, but it rhymes. Burning at both ends tonight. Tonight, twice, slant rhyme, but it rhymes. I just don't know if y'all noticed that. So we got the gist of that song. You know, let's move it along. Let's not, you know, dwell too long. These kind of reactions, these full album reactions, they're already long. I just like to move y'all along, get y'all through it along with me. I will say this. See that? 0 guitar solos on this album so far. There have been no guitar solos. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Track number 8, Liar. This is the longest song on the album right here. 4 minutes 22.
What was the moment? It's hard to say. I'm sure I don't remember anyway. Before I knew to hesitate, pinned back in the grenade, and all the ways I keep you safe, I keep you safe from me.
Very calm song. Oh, so she's a liar. The song is called Liar. So she's talking about herself. Very soft.
And dodging arrows I was asking for, wading through the fog and then it disappeared. When I'm and what should I deny what's so at once so crystal clear?
And I already cheated. I looked at the description of the song. I already know what it's about. Like, I read this right here, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm breaking this down. Let's just let it ride out. It's nice and calm. I like this.
Love is not an easy thing to admit, but I'm not ashamed of it.
Wait, why does she feel that way? Love is not an easy thing to admit. Why does she feel that way? Like, you can tell your family you love them, or someone you actually love. You don't say just like, oh, I love you. Like, why is it so hard? And then why would you be ashamed of it?
If you feel it rushing in, don't be ashamed of it. Love is not an easy thing to admit, but I'm not ashamed of it. Love is not awakening if you feel it rushing in, don't be ashamed of it. And all my love to you.
It's probably my favorite chorus on the album. I like the chorus. Obviously, this is a much different tempo. This is probably more personal song than any other song on the album. I like that chorus though. See, that's groovy right there. Anywho, we're quickly approaching the end. Track number 9, Crave. So they have completely left behind the funky, upbeat songs that the album opened with, those first 4 songs. They said, fuck that. Now we really getting into our bag. This is the bag, you know what I mean? Now this is like Best Coast vibes. This is something Bethany Cosentino would come on. You know what I mean? When will I change?
To memorize this day. Oh, a picture cannot contain the way it feels. You say live in the present. I'm already dreaming of how it begins and trying to savor the moment, but I know the feeling will come to an end. So
and I don't know what instrument that is. I don't even know how to make the sound with my mouth. Pause. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Whatever that is, that sound is also very prominent in surf rock. And surf rock is my favorite genre of rock. Obviously, I'm a SoCal type of guy. SoCal born and raised. Shout out LA. Shout out to Bay 2. Surf rock. That's my favorite subgenre of rock. And that's also why I like Best Coast so much. But they're using it here, and that is making me like this track a lot more than I probably normally would. It's that sound. I don't know if you know what instrument that is. If you know what I'm talking about, please put it in the comments. Let me try to see. Hold on.
even the worst of times, when all it took to make me cry was being alive. Look up and see a reflection of someone who never gave way to pain. What if I told them, and now that I'm older, there isn't a moment that I don't change.
Wow, that's deep. Yo, whoa, that is deep. She's talking about, like, she's thinking about the worst times when she was alive. But she was like, yo, now that I'm older, I wouldn't change anything. And then she rolls that into the hook. And not only would I not change it, I crave to do it again. So it sounds like she's had some really traumatic experiences. She's like, number one, I didn't give in to the pain. AKA suicide, or like any other type stuff that people, you know, would do. Not only did I not give in to the pain, I wouldn't change anything, and I would do it again. Not only would I do it again, I crave it to do it again. What is she talking about exactly? I don't know, but it sounds like a traumatic experience. Not many people would want to revisit a traumatic experience. You know what I mean? Like, not only people won't want to revisit a traumatic experience, they wouldn't even crave. Like, people suppress bad memories. So far. Okay, so I like that song again. I don't think there's been one song I haven't liked. There are some songs where I was talking some shit, but everything is good so far. And that quick, we're at the outro. And I love albums that are this length. You see that? 36 minutes, sub 40 minutes. It makes you want to replay them again and again because it's so short. If this album was like 16, 17 songs, like an hour, like, hey, bruh. But 36 minutes, 10 songs. I think 10 songs is just like a perfect number for an album. Anything under 50 minutes, I'm rocking with it. But when you get to that 35, 40 minute range, you get into an album that they only put their best stuff on here. They're not trying to just put a bunch of filler, and it's going to have replay value because it feels like it ends so quickly. So I like when artists do that, not just in rock, not just in rap, but period. Track number 10, Thick Skull.
I am a magnet for broken pieces. I am attracted to broken people.
Congrats, a lot of women are. And this is what she was talking about in this song, Big Man, Little Dignity. She's talking about like a guy, like she's like shitting on this guy, right? But then she's like, oh, he's so smooth. I love that. I hate him. Like, oh my God. Like, this is how most women are. Like, trust me.
I pick him up and now my fingers bleeding and it looks like my fault. And it looks like I'm caught. Red.
She sounds like Lord right here. Rider in the Dark. You know what I mean? Lord with an E, not the Lord. You know what I mean? Thick Skull. She's saying she's hard-headed. She don't listen. Same lesson again, yes. And a lot of women are going to be able to relate to this song. You know what I mean? I don't relate to shit like this because I'm just like generally a great decision maker. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but we got to, toot that. Pause. A lot of women are going to relate to this song because, like, women, like a lot of chicks are just attracted to broken people. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, they love it.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
What instrument is that? I know I ask that a lot, but I'm not like a trained musician. What is that? If you listen to the Black Keys album, El Camino, I have it over here. We're not gonna get up and get it. El Camino, Black Keys, my favorite Black Keys album. There's a song called Little Black Submarine, and they use that exact same instrument. They're using it here, but it's like toned down. A lot of percussion, cymbals, a lot of crashing cymbals. Come out with your hands up, she the police.
Come on out with your hands.
She's trying to sing.
Hit on with your
All right, that was Paramore. This is why. That last song, I started reading some of the descriptions. Apparently, Hayley Williams. I don't know much. I don't go into even rappers. I don't go into these dudes' personal lives. Like, I don't care. I'm just here for the music. Like, I don't care who you're dating. I don't care like anything what's going on in your life at all. So with Paramore, I mean, I don't really follow rock like that, so I definitely don't know what was going on with this band. But apparently, Hayley Williams and Paramore, there was a lot of drama in the band. We learned that on a previous song, she was dating one of the band members, or is dating Taylor York, and her life. And so there was a lot of drama in the band. Apparently, a lot of people felt it was her fault. And she's saying like, yeah, it was my fault. Like, that's why she said, I'm coming out with my hands up. That's what the description says. I don't know if that's what she meant. Earlier in the song, she said she's attracted to broken people. We already knew that based on the song Big Man, Little Dignity. Then drama. Yeah, divorce, depression. Okay, so there's a lot going on here that I'm not privy to. So I don't want to get into all that right now. I just want to take a look at the album as a whole. Let me just rate it musically. Musically, this is a great album. Why is this a great album? Many different sounds. Earlier in the album, we were getting songs like this. We were getting songs like that. More upbeat. As the album came along, it slowed down. We got more personal. All the way to the end, Thick Skull, where she's like admitting her faults, it seems like. It's quite the journey, and to be only 36 minutes, we hit a lot of different things, like a lot of different emotions, a lot of different sounds musically, especially for it to be only 3 people. There were times where Hayley Williams was playing the piano, where she's playing percussion. Obviously, she's the vocalist, so it seems like they also have the band as a whole, they play different roles when they need to. So this is quite different than any other Paramore album I've heard. It's not like I've heard them all. I've heard 2 of their albums. They only have like, what, 4 albums? 5? No, 6. They got 6 albums. I've heard this one. I think everyone's heard this one. And I've heard This Is Why. Have I heard Self-Titled? No, I haven't heard these. Yeah, and this was the longest break, 6 years in between albums that they've ever had. You see 2 years, 2 years, 4 years, 4 years, and then 6 years. So obviously they mentioned that there was some drama going on. If you guys want to, you can let me know what was going on in the album. Maybe there's some things that I missed that relates to the drama. But overall, I think this is a great album just musically. As someone who doesn't know what's going on in these people's personal lives, musically, great album. There's some hypocrisy on the album, which I think Hayley Williams put there purposely. Like she purposely put the hypocrisy to show her own faults, to be vulnerable. And musically, I just can't get over all the different sounds. It sounds like more than 3 people. Like, maybe I'm missing something here, but you know, it's quite impressive. So anyway, if I had to rate this album out of 5 stars, I don't like doing this on the first listen because this is one listen. I really need like 5, 6, 7, 8 listens in different settings, in the car, on the laptop, camping. But if I have to, just to give y'all a rough number, I'd get this 4 stars out of 5. Maybe 4.5 stars out of 5. I think this is a great album. So anyway, Paramore, This Is Why. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. This is top5rapwebsite.com. Hey, yo, peace.